Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Neek Oscars. Welcome everybody, welcome. It is truly the honor of a lifetime to be standing here before you today, hosting these prestigious awards. I'm honestly so humbled, so grateful, eternally grateful. So I just want to say thank you to the Neek Academy and all the founding members for honestly blessing me with the opportunity of a lifetime. The Neek Oscars, or the Noscars, as they are known in their current form. We gather here annually, not just for these lavish celebrations, not just for the nice food, the expensive hotels. We gather here for something much bigger, to commemorate, to immortalize, to enshrine into history the biggest Neeks of the past year. What is a Neek? Perhaps some of you in our international audience, you're not quite familiar, or perhaps you're just not acquainted with the term. Well, let me try and really drill down into what the crux of this word means for you all. Now, Neek, originating from the Latin nequatus, meaning lowly or disgraced one. The word Neek traditionally refers to a tryhard, as someone who's really nerdy, those who hyper-focus on a very niche interest and show unabashed passion, sincere, genuine passion for said interest. 10 years ago, you might have heard this word thrown around in conversation, perhaps something like this. I was up all night revising for the French vocab test, guys. I'm going to do so well. You're Neek, bro. However, in recent years, I myself and of course the Academy have been campaigning to move away from this definition, as I truly believe it's quite regressive. It needed to be updated. It needed to be. Now, the revised definition of the word Neek, which I truly believe is a much more useful one. It reframes, it recontextualizes what it means to be a Neek. And it shifts away from these people onto people who are just deep losers, meaning those who are just deeply insecure, desperate for the validation of others, obnoxious, cruel. These people are oftentimes cruel, and perhaps the most unifying, the most common denominator, the most common identifying factor, a feeling that they are just better than everyone else. So now the pleasantries are out the way, and I feel you're all up to speed. We're all on the same page about the definition. Now we can get into our first award of the evening. We start the evening, ladies and gentlemen, with some minor awards. Not to say these people are not Neeks, they absolutely are. However, they are much less entrenched in Neek philosophy, in Neek ethics, than some of our later recipients that we will get to in the evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, our first award of the evening, the Noscar for owning useless things, goes to anyone who owns an Apple Watch. Clap it out for them, guys. They deserve it. Perhaps the most pointless invention in the history of mankind. The Apple Watch poses us the question, what if I wanted something that was 500 times more convoluted and uglier than an actual watch, but also 500 times less useful than an actual phone? Actually, my Apple Watch, I use it to track my steps. You mean to tell me, madam, you spent 500 Great British pounds, Great British sterlings, on a pedometer? You're not getting away from this award. I'm sorry. Actually, I use it to answer calls. I use my Apple Watch to answer calls. Do you know what else you can use to answer calls? They made this handy little device a couple years ago. I'm not sure what the functional difference is between going and but you people seem to have invented this in your mind. All of you, enjoy your Noscar. You deserve it. Swiftly onto our second minor award of the evening. The Noscar for being yourself goes to English people who say y'all. Y'all. What is y'all? You're from Thornton Heath. You are from Thornton Heath. You are not from Maryland. This is not Austin, Texas. We all need to get our heads straight. Why are you typing y'all? Who is that? Who are you addressing? Every one of you need to take the you lot out of your back pocket and start using that again. I'm very big on being yourself in life. Take the you lot out of your back pocket and be yourself. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we round off the minor awards with our third and final of the evening. The Oscar for being the funniest person in the room goes to people who pause everything. Everything is a pause to these people. Everything is a pause. And you know what? It's funny every single time. Every single time. Every single time. It's hilarious. Bro, I'm going to the shop. Do you want me to grab you anything? Do you want me to grab you anything? Pause that, bro. You're moving mad. What are you trying to grab, bro? You need a Netflix special. You need a Netflix special. You're a comedian. You are a comedian. I can't believe you even came up with that joke in your head. That's just too... You're just... you're so funny. All of you, take your Oscar and own it. Now, with the minor awards out the way, we get into the major awards of the evening. We have 4 major awards up for grabs this evening, with the 4th and final one being the 2024 Oscars Grand Prize. So stay tuned to find out who wins that. You're going to want to see. Our first major award of the night, the 2024 Oscar for Best Colonizer, not Colleague, goes to, I mean, who else could it be? It's Drizzy. It's the boy. It's the 6th God himself. Mr. Drake, Mr. Aubrey Drake Graham. Wow. Who had a worse year than this man right here? If you think you had a bad year, yeah, I promise you, your year was not Drake bad. Unless you literally died in 2024, I do not think it's physically possible for you to have had a worse year than this Canadian here. And listen, for context, yeah, I was never a Drake stan. You know, Drake has a lot of music that I really enjoy. He also has some of the music which I think is some of the worst songs ever recorded in the history of mankind. But he has a lot of music that I really like. I like Drake. So I'm not just some Drake hater, yeah. I would consider myself unbiased. You know, I listen to a lot of Drake. I listen to a lot of Kendrick also. But bro, looking back at the beef is actually insane. The first couple of Drake disses, they were fun, you know. They had some funny lines. How you big stepping with a size 7 men's on. That's funny, you know. And then Family Matters came. Family Matters, that's 7 minutes of very, very good rapping. I like the beats. The beats are hard. I like the transition. He's not really saying much. Saying some very questionable things on the song as well. But it's an enjoyable song. The beef is going well for him at this point, I would say. Until minutes later, this serial killer comes in over this fucking Nightmare on Elm Street ass beat and just eviscerates this man's whole existence for 8 minutes straight. Kendrick addresses Drake's parents by their governmental names. He said, "Dear Sandra, your son's a sick man, Sandra. You raised a horrible fucking person, Dennis." Instantly, we can tell we just took things up a level. Drake was saying things like, "You're short, haha, your music's boring, women don't like your music, you got a bad deal with your label takes all your money." Kendrick said, "You run a sex trafficking ring, you are a paedophile, all your boys are pedophiles, you're a useless father, I should raise your son. You know what, I should raise your son." That's what Kendrick said. You think he's done for now? And then 24 hours later, he drops the biggest song of the year on this man's head. On his head. On his head. On that forehead right there. Not Like Us. And then this is where I think it gets really dark for Drake. This is where things just went catapulted downward. At this point, you're scrambling. Aubrey, you're scrambling. Like, Not Like Us is so hard. It's to the point where it's basically like a finishing move. Like, at this point, you can't really win anymore. But you can lose gracefully, you know? But this man did not lose gracefully. In fact, he responded in maybe the worst way I think it is possible to respond to these kind of allegations. A man dropped a song and said, "This Epstein angle was the shit I expected." Excuse me? 1 second. Excuse me? The pedophile angle was exactly what you expected. What do you mean by that, Drake? Fam, if you're in an argument with someone, yeah, and they just randomly call you a pedophile, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, that's so weird. No, I'm not. Drake got called a pedophile and he said, that's precisely what I expected you to do. And then on the same song, not even a verse later, Drake said, "If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested." That doesn't even sound right. Why would you say that? "I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested." What? How was no one in the booth at this point like, you know what, I think you need to Drake, I think you need to re-record that line, bro. That just didn't sound right to our ears. What possesses you to say that? And at this point, you think he's dead. You think he's dead, yeah? But Kendrick just keeps pummeling this guy into the ground. Boom, Super Bowl announcement on his head. A couple months after that, boom, GNX dropped one of the albums of the year on his head. Bitch, I'll cut my grandma off if she don't see it. I'll cut my grandma off if she doesn't see it how I see it. Are you dumb? The album is just crazy. The album is nuts. Like, and then you look at the other songs Drake has released this year. Unfinished, unreleased, no cover art. You look spooked. You look like you lost all your confidence. As if the situation literally couldn't get any more embarrassing. Drake, a couple of weeks ago, decided to sue Kendrick for Not Like Us, for calling him a nonce. Is there anything really more loserish than filing a lawsuit against someone in a rap beef? Drake, I know your house is like 50,000 acres or something. I know you got a nice display cabinet for this Noscar. I know you got lights and everything. You can frame it nicely. So I want you to find a room in your big ass house and put this on display for me. Now, onto our second marquee award of the evening. Now we actually have a collective award. This one, multiple recipients for this second award. The Noscar for Best Racist Witch Hunt goes to the enemies of Imane Khelif. Congratulations to all of you lot who bullied my sister Imane Khelif this summer. You have all booked yourself one-way business class tickets to the hot fires of Jahannam. If you don't know the backstory to this, basically, this woman here, Imane Khelif, Algerian boxer, she competed in Paris in the Olympics this summer. In her first round fight, she slaps up this Italian woman in like 45 seconds, just bodies her. It's not even close. And then in the press conference after, the Italian woman, she basically insinuates that she was unjustly or like unfairly paired against Imane because she shouldn't even be competing in the competition because she is a man. And also, this Italian woman in the press conference, yeah, she has one of the funniest quotes I've ever heard in my entire life. This is from The Guardian, yeah. The 25-year-old from Naples added, "I got into the ring to fight. I didn't give up. But one punch hurt too much. And I said, enough." You are an embarrassment, bro. But anyway, this press conference goes on to incite the most insane Islamophobic, transphobic crusade against this woman of like the biggest, most influential voices on the internet, TV presenters, even politicians were coming at this woman, basically saying that she was a transgender man who was like violently abusing this poor little Italian lady. What are the actual facts of the story? Imane Khelif is a woman. She was raised as a woman. She's always been a woman. She identifies as a woman. She had boxed in women's events for 6 years up to that fight. She has been beaten by 8 women. 8 women have beaten her already. She was never trans. The misinformation about her being a man came from this failed gender eligibility test that was conducted by this association called the IBA. Yeah? In 2023, they said, yeah, listen, we did this test. We're not going to say what the test was. And she failed the test. We're not going to say how she failed, but just know that she failed. And then every other governing body was like, that's a bit random. Like, and then the Olympic governing body were like, well, that's bullshit. We're just gonna ignore what the fuck you said. We're gonna go what makes sense because she is obviously a woman. But you know, people on the internet, everyone just wants to listen to the first dumbass they see when they open Twitter. Random dons with 12 followers speaking like they're an authority on like XY chromosomes and like intersex people and like hormone production. You know what line, yeah, the dumbest people on the internet love? You know what line they absolutely love? Do your own research, bro. Bro, do your own research. You got a U in combined sciences. Why would anyone trust your research? What the fuck do you know about anything? The level of vitriol and abuse that was thrown at this woman, it was insane, bro. Piers Morgan, bro, this little fucking rat tweeting shit like, if this is a biological woman, then I must be a biological aardvark. This guy's brain is stuck in fucking key stage 1, bro. What is the thought process behind this tweet? Like, oh yeah, she has broad shoulders and like a defined jawline and like toned muscles. She must be a man. She's a fucking athlete, you dumbass. And second of all, if a man is anyone who's like muscular and toned and fit and athletic, what the fuck does that make you? Because based on that logic, there's no way you can be a man. And then you got this other lady, the fucking LeBron James of terrorizing transgender people. Despite what her initials say, she's really not joking. She's dead serious. I feel like J.K. Rowling is a good social experiment, yeah, of like, if you did something that a lot of people thought was cool 25 years ago, what is the most amount of cruel, heartless, evil shit you can spew daily till like it balances out? At this point, she's like 7 million points in the red. Just loud and wrong. Every single day on her Twitter, that's all she fucking yaps about. I think people's opinions on like trans people in sport or just like trans people in general, yeah, it's such a good indicator of how fried their brain is. These people do not have the nuance to have a conversation about how to include trans people in sports. And it's important to understand, yeah, They don't care. Like, we just want to protect women. We just want to protect women. Brother, no, they don't. Look at the Venn diagram of people who are like hard on this anti-trans shit and people who are like anti-abortion, or like they fucking spend all their days on fucking incel women posting L's accounts online. It's a complete circle. These people just hate trans people more than they hate women. I feel like so many people just lack like basic fundamental human empathy. And you know what it is? Like, more than that, they're so like incurious about the lives of other people. Nothing goes on in their head beyond the thoughts of like, I can't lie, that shit's kind of weird. I was deep in it the other day, yeah. I was like, I've been insecure about a lot of things in my life, yeah. I've been insecure about, you know, the way I look, like my voice, my laugh, like my body. Like, I have never, for one single day in my life, been ever insecure about the fact that I am a man. Experiencing gender dysphoria sounds brazy. That sounds wild. Instead of trying to understand these people, instead of trying to help these people, the way most people think, yeah, is like, well, like, I mean, I've never had thoughts like that, so anyone who has, they must be not right in the head. They can't bring themselves to think outside their own experience. Now, they're just lying to themselves. They're lying to themselves. Why would you lie about being transgender? What are the benefits of a lie that instantly makes your life like 25 times harder? It's like being on a plane, yeah, and you stand up and you lie about having a bomb. Now everyone's just scared of you for no reason. And some people are really trying to plot to kill you. Like, some people are actually trying to kill you. And anyway, that's even a tangent, because Imane Khelif was not a transgender person. People just use this story to like get off how much they hate trans people. And now Imane Khelif, she's suing all these people. And thank God, Jonathan Kelly Rowling, open your purse, brother. Your net worth is public. We can see those billions. You can't call someone a violent, misogynistic woman beater to your fucking 50 million followers and think there's going to be no repercussions. I know your house is big as hell too. You can find a nice shelf for me and put this Noska up on the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can believe it, we are on to our final 2 awards of the evening. I know. Time absolutely flies when you're having fun. I know. How's everyone doing now? Everyone having a good time, yeah? No, that's great to see. That's great to see. Who's in the audience there? Who's in the audience? Who's in the audience? Who we got? No way. No way, my guy Leo. Man like Leo. Come on, this guy, yeah. Top actor, this guy. Top actor. No date tonight. No date. Oh, she had a lecture. Who else we got in the audience tonight? Who else we got in the audience? No way. You made it. LeBron James in the building, people. Everyone, LeBron. Everyone give us everyone round of applause for LeBron James. The king. The kid from Accra. Yes, sir, that's my guy. That's my guy, LeBron, you know. That's my guy. You and Bronny, bro. You and Bronny. That's an inspirational story for real. That's an inspirational story. Shout out Savannah as well. Shout out Savannah. Who else we got in the building tonight? Who else is in the building? Let's get some noise, people. No way. Is that Tom Hatrins and Deezy? Yes, I think it is. Power couple alert. You two, you little lovebirds, you know. You two. Guys, when's the kids coming? Sorry, is that too soon? Oh, that's too soon. My fault. But let me just say this, yeah, because I know everyone in the auditorium tonight is thinking it. I hope that kid gets their mum's acting genes. Come on, guys. It's a little joke, guys. Come on. Oh, what, you want another one, yeah? You want another one? Aye. They say, if you look at Tom Holland's movie scores on Rotten Tomatoes, they say it looks like a report card of someone who was dropped as a baby. This guy's films are trash. No one here saw Uncharted. Mother!
Keep my man's name out your fucking mouth.
Bro, it's an Uncharted joke. Z, come on, this is what we're doing. Come on. What? Why are you coming on stage? Ugh. Anyway, on to our penultimate award of the evening. This is another collective award. The Noska for Best Flop Scam goes to... Yes, that's absolutely right. Ladies and gentlemen. Anyone who bought an NFT. I mean, let's just give it up for our NFT brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. You lot really tried it. You might not have brains, but you definitely have gumption. No, ladies and gentlemen, you are not living in a simulation. 2 years ago, a bunch of undateables did in fact try to convince you that screenshots of cartoon monkeys were gonna be worth millions of pounds. You didn't hallucinate it. You didn't dream it. This really happened. The vast majority of NFTs are now worthless. And I like this headline because, like, they're now worthless. Then they're worthless now. Guardian, I would argue that even when they had some arbitrary, made-up monetary value. Even when you could convince some 60-year-old divorcee with way too much time and disposable income on his hands to buy this bullshit, even then, they were completely worthless. People getting scammed, young people getting scammed, old people getting scammed, people trying to make quick bread and getting conned. That's sad. I would almost feel sorry for you lot if you NFT people weren't the most whiny, slimiest, annoying bunch of losers to ever exist. There is a unique corniness that is almost like a prerequisite for being one of these like crypto guys. The smugness of these people. They act like they're tapped into the matrix or something. They act like they just operate on a higher level than all of us plebs. All of these people, they just see life as one big game. The sole purpose of this game, how you win the game, you just accrue as much wealth as possible through any means. There's nothing more important than the relentless pursuit of money. Listen, guys, I hear you lot, you teachers, you junior doctors, you TFL workers, you people who do very vital, pivotal roles for the functioning of society. You're saying you're underpaid, but you have to ask yourself, how hard did you really try to become a blockchain dev? You can complain about your salary all you want, but just think, did I do the most in my power to become a blockchain dev? The blame lies with you. Ultimately, it's a skill issue. One of the funniest ways that late stage capitalism has fried people's brains, is everyone just immediately equates being filthy rich with like intelligence. It makes me so angry when I hear this, because I would argue that there's strong evidence for an inversely proportional relationship between the two. The more profit your business makes, the more of a dumbass you're likely to be. And with that, I feel like that's a perfect segue to get into our final award of the evening. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Noscars Grand Prize Award. This is a very, very special award, steeped in tradition. The winner of this award is truly, in all senses of the word, the biggest neek of 2024. I won't keep you waiting long. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Noscars 2024 Grand Prize Award for outstanding contribution to neekdom is Elon Musk. How could it be anyone else? How could it be anyone else? Really, how? This was truly a year of historic proportions in the history of the Neek Oscars. We have not seen a one-horse race like this for generations. This was a Man City Centurion kind of season from the South African. Where do we even start with this man? Truly, where do we even start? Well, you know what? Let's start here. Elon Musk, a couple of years ago, bought the biggest social media platform in the world, and within less than 2 years, has managed to crash and burn the whole place to the ground. Elon Musk's X is worth nearly 80% less than when he first bought it. That sounds quite damning, but that doesn't really, like the share price of Twitter, that doesn't really impact my life in any way. What does impact my life is how the app functions. So to demonstrate how well the app functions now, I want to play a little game with you all. I want to play a game called X Roulette. Okay guys, so the way X Roulette works is I'm going to open my phone and go to a random word generator, get the first word they give me, type it into Twitter, and then what we're looking for is how many tweets does it take before we see hardcore explicit porn or someone being openly, violently racist. This is what you're looking for. Everyone keep your eyes peeled for these two things. Okay guys, so I'm screen recording my phone now so you can see. Now let's go to Safari. Yeah, let's type in random word generator search. So my phone's in French, by the way, because I'm French. Random word generator, yeah, it's loading, I understand. Now let's generate a random word, clinic, that's our word, remember clinic. So let's take this to Twitter. Remember, we're looking for hardcore porn or open racism. Clinic, search. And let's wait for this. Remember, people keep an eyes out. Kaya gives her new patient a much needed release, but accidentally #swallows the #sperm sample by Come Clinic. Yeah, this is hardcore porn. This is also hardcore porn. The second tweet we see, this is also hardcore porn. Let's scroll down for a bit more. This is some weird like porn cartoon. This is also porn actually. This is porn again actually. This is there's a guy burning himself. Yeah, this is actually porn again. Yeah, and some kind of normal tweets. account called Millwall Paul. Israel flag in the name, so you know he's kind of deranged. Now I think this could be our racism, guys. So let's click on his account. Deport all 40,000 Islamic terrorists and their supporters. I think we're onto something here. Let's keep scrolling. Oh, and here we go. A random Muslim woman in a burqa. This isn't normal at all. And there we have it. Within the space of about 20 tweets, maybe 16 of them were hardcore porn. And the 17th guy was an open Islamophobic racist. I think that demonstrates perfectly how well the South Africans app is working. He's such a genius. He fired half the staff. And look how well it works. You're exactly right. And let me just say this, yeah. No one tried to say, oh, maybe the search results are based on your previous history. No, don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. I'm not one of you freaky little frogs, bro. I use Twitter for basketball and fucking chess, bro. I'm a chess guy. I'm not watching fucking Clinic like you, man. Mr. Musk's terrorism, however, was not solely limited to online spaces. He played a pivotal role in the race riots that we saw across England this summer. In the space of 2 years, he went from, for Twitter to be respected, we must be politically neutral, to basically openly Nazi posting on Maine. If you think I'm exaggerating, on my life, I'm not exaggerating. This guy routinely retweets Nazis. He replies to Nazi accounts like, so true, bestie. He advocates for like forceful mass deportations. He tweets about how all migrants are rapists and criminals. Like, this is just who the guy is. He donated like fucking $16 trillion to Trump's re-election campaign. Very good system, by the way. Shout out America for that system. That feels very safe and fair. This guy and Trump, yeah, every single one of their interactions feels like the video should be on X videos. The generational glurpsing this guy does for Trump. The funniest part is, Trump doesn't even fuck with him. Like, every single video you see, yeah, you can see Trump thinking in his head, like, this guy's a fucking loser, bro. Ugh. This is my biggest point about this guy, yeah. He's a white supremacist, fascist. He said the woke mind virus killed his daughter because she came out as trans. Very normal thing to say about your child, by the way. Very, very good reflection of your personality as a man. He's all these awful things, and we still haven't even got to his worst trait. The guy is cosmically, cataclysmically, generationally corny. It's offensive how fucking cringe this guy is, bro. He's pushing 60 and all this guy does is tweet shit memes all day to all the neeks that follow him. All of you Elon Musk glazers, yeah, you get an honorary Oscar. All of these fucking losers, yeah, they'll have shit in their bio like, my pronouns are anti-woke. Thank you, Elon. Get it out your mouth. Get out your mouth. Rinse your mouth out. These fucking neeks here who think he's like some visionary businessman. Ugh. They'll be in his fucking comment section posting screenshots of like their $13.50 payout from engagement farming on X. And they'll be like, thank you so much, Elon Musk, sir. Thank you so much. X is the best app, sir. Thank you so much. This is my final big theory about this guy. Yeah. This is my Elon Musk hypothesis. Tell me if you agree. Elon Musk's net worth is like what, 15 bajillion pounds or whatever. Yeah. I'm convinced he would give up 98, maybe even 99% of his entire net worth, of all of his wealth, to experience what it was like to be authentically funny and charismatic for just one day. That's all he wants to be, bro. To be likable. But bro, even 16 quadrillion pounds, it can't unneek you. You know in school, yeah, in maths, when like something funny will happen in the lesson and then it goes kind of quiet and then you make like a silly little comment and then everyone laughs, like even the teacher laughs and you're like, yes, like I did it. I made everyone smile. Bro, he would pay 19.3 bajillion pounds to experience what that was like. Elon, take this Oscar, and I want you to have a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror. Actually, you know what? That's cruel to the mirror. I want you to just go into a room, turn off all the lights, and lock yourself in there and never come out. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, what an evening. Wow. That wraps up the 2024 Oscars. Honestly, what a ball of a time I've had. It's honestly been the pleasure of a lifetime for me to be able to present these awards to you. Thank you to the Academy once again. I hope you all had an amazing time. I've been Ijaz, your host. Goodbye and get home safe, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.